Today, we're diving into existential anxiety, why this affects virtually everyone at some point, why it's happening more than ever right now, and most importantly, a few powerful tools rooted in what psychological science tells us about living a deeply meaningful life. First, I want to start with what existential anxiety is. I think that in the past, maybe people think about this as being tied to a midlife crisis, but there's actually a lot of confusion about what existential anxiety actually means. So, first of all, it's not the same as having an anxiety disorder. You don't need a diagnosis to experience this. As I said, it's universal. Everyone's going to experience some form of existential anxiety at some point. Existential anxiety is the discomfort, which is sometimes pretty quiet and just happens every once in a while. Other times it's really overwhelming and persistent. And this type of existential anxiety will show up in a variety of different ways at different times of life. It can show up when you're about to embark on a new challenge, when you're going to be making a big move at work, when you're starting a big relationship, or sometimes it can come up for seemingly no reason at all. But often it shows up when we start wrestling with life's biggest questions. So what are some of those questions? Some of those questions are, for example, what is the purpose of my life? What happens when I die? Do the choices I'm making actually matter? Am I living as my true self or performing a version of myself for everyone else? These questions have been at the heart of philosophy for thousands of years, from the Stoics to existential thinkers like Sartre and Camus. And psychologists have long recognized that grappling with these questions is very normal and even a necessary part of being human. The discomfort you actually feel is a signal that you care about and you're paying attention to your life. So right away, I just want to reframe and rename this. Existential anxiety is not a malfunction in any way. It's not a disorder. It's simply a message. Your brain is telling you this is something important and I want you to pay attention to it.